In this tutorial, we're going to be doing a simple product import. So let's go to our product menu and select the import wizard. Now here we have two different types of import methods. We can select a file from a location, or we can use a previously saved template. And here we have a couple templates, but we're going to do this manually for the demonstration. So now we're going to select the file. By default, we're going to the QuoteWerks directory, and here I have created for myself a folder where I keep all my delimited text files. And we'll just select products.txt. Okay, and down here we can see a little bit of information about the text file that we brought in. This is tab delimited, and we've got 122 fields in our text file. So we'll click next. Now let's go ahead and map our information. Now if we like, we can actually view a sample of the first 20 rows of data within this delimited text file that we're working with. And here you can actually see the fields with each one of their names. And this is all the line item information. So let's go ahead and map our vendor part number. Now here's a field again, and here's a sample of what's in that. Okay, and there's our vendor part number. Now this data may look different for you. Now we're going to map our description, and so on and so forth. Okay, so when we're finished doing our basic mapping, okay, we're going to go to next. This takes us to step 3, which is our advanced mapping section. This will be covered in a different tutorial. However, again, we can take other fields that were not specified in step 2, and we can bring in extra data into our database. Again, these are all the available mapping selections. And we can also view data here if we like for our reference. Alright, so we'll click next. Now we have some choices here. Depending on the type of import or how we're going to import this will depend on what we choose here. In our case, we're going to delete all existing products in the selected database and append the new products. We're actually creating a brand new database with nothing in it, so this is the one we would select. I'm going to actually start our import at row 2, because if you recall, row 1 had the actual column name. And we're going to select, we can actually put these into other existing databases, but again, we are building a brand new database. So this is what we'll specify, and we can say compact after importing. And again, we can append to an existing database or update, but again, we're going to create the new one, so we'll say next. Now at this point we can specify if we want to save as a template, so the next time that we do this import, we can go ahead and use that, and that way everything's already been pre-mapped, so we can kind of click right through this. And I'll save it here. QuoteWerks will remember that, and then we're going to start our import. Now here's a typical warning whenever we selected that first option. That really doesn't affect us right now since it's a brand new database, so we'll say yes. And now we have to give our vendor database a name, and we'll say that our vendor is QuoteWerks, and we'll just refer to the database file name as QuoteWerks. And now it's going through the process. There's not a lot of items in this particular text file, so this should zip right through. Now this actually can take much longer depending on the size of the text file that you're importing and the amount of products, of course. You can also view the log file, which is in the QuoteWerks directory in the root, at a later time. So now we've done our import. So let's click on our products button, and here we can see our brand new database, and here are all the products. Now we actually imported this into the root of the database. However, you can create folders and import into the products into the folders. That's demonstrated in the advanced section in a different tutorial video.